is basically the same chart, very simplified. Again, you submit the manuscript. Rejection without review is very common. Those that do get sent out for peer review, usually more than 50% of those are accepted. So you've already jumped the biggest hurdle if you got your manuscript sent out for peer review. And then finally, the reviewers make recommendations. They don't make the decisions. It's the editors that make the decisions. And then we inform the author of the decision. The editor also thinks about the journal's aims and scopes, and also there might not be anything really wrong with the paper. It's just not given a high enough rank to be published, and that can be a very frustrating rejection. So usually we try to screen out the weaker manuscripts. There might be nothing wrong with the science, but maybe it's just not competitive enough for that journal. So again, over 3 million manuscripts are submitted to journals each year, and that number is growing. So there's a lot of initial screening going on, and your manuscript might not always reach the peer reviewers. So again, there's our preliminary checks, which I've already went over. There's also language and plagiarism checks. I think plagiarism is too strong of a word. I think it's considered text overlap, and journals will set their limits. Typically, the limit is between 20 and 30%. Some very competitive journals, it'll be 15% will be the upper limit. So that depends on the journal. If this is a problem, ask for the authenticate or cross-check or turn it in report from the journal. And they give a very nice summary of the exact text overlap. It could even be your own papers. You just haven't paraphrased it enough. So keep in mind that can be a problem with a copyright violation, even though that you are the holder of the copyright. You want to have the language varied enough to reduce the text overlap. You don't want any more than a 5% contribution from any one single paper, including your own previously published work. Finally, we check to see if it's conformed to the journal instructions and guidelines. Again, reject without review, unfortunately, nowadays is a very common outcome. I'm not an expert in everything, so a lot of times I'll send the manuscript out to senior editors and associate editors or subject editors to get their feedback about the competitiveness of a particular manuscript.